Hey there guys, and welcome to another video. Now, where do I start? Most of my subscribers, you guys watching now, at least if you are a subscriber, I reckon you're here because of one of four things. It's either China, adventure, bikes, or beer. At least that's what my channel's been about for years and years and years. And I hope that I've been able to, constantly bring you something interesting that you find interesting and worthwhile and keep you coming back. So basically, this next video that you're about to see hopefully encapsulates all of that together. Now, there's a vast majority of my subscribers who just straight away turn off as soon as they hear anything about motorbikes. And it's understandable. I mean, motorbikes, it's a big passion of mine, but if you're not into bikes, it can be incredibly boring, just like I'm not into sewing or something like that. So if I was watching a vlogger who I really liked and they said, well, now I'm gonna knit a sweater, so that's knitting, not sewing, I'd be like, okay, turn off. Or if I saw like knitting in the title somewhere, I'd turn it off too. But there's this very confusing little blurry line that seems to be something I'd like a lot of you guys to overcome. And that is, every time I post a motorcycle adventure video, it gets like virtually no views, like a comparison. If I post something about China, let's say a Chinese supermarket video, it'll get hundreds of thousands of views. Then I post an adventure video through like a part of China and it will get like 3,000 or 4,000 views. But what a lot of people don't seem to realize is that the content that's in those adventure videos is purely China. Unexplored, exposed, like the rural parts, the real down-to-earth China that's out there. So this video that I'm going to show you now, I'd like you to stick around. If you hate motorbikes, stick around, because bikes don't really feature in this video, to be honest. It's all about the interesting things that we saw on our trip. Now, those of you who have been following my channel lately will actually know that basically I've just gotten back from this big trip where myself and fellow vlogger Seamilk, we went basically through the whole of southern China. Now, to give you an example and put it into scale, we basically rode from coast to coast of the US. We rode that distance, but through southern China. We went through all of the southern provinces, bar none. So we've been through every single one. And in each different province, we went to go and see something special. And by special, I mean something that most people wouldn't know, and most travel shows would never have been to or even known about. We avoided the tourist spots as much as possible, although I'm not going to lie, we did go to a couple of fairly touristy areas by mistake, searching for something. And we found some really interesting things, like the food that we ate was absolutely horrendous, weird, and, well, in some cases surprisingly good. We ate things like this, well, I don't really want to spoil it because this is going to be a big TV show, right? But what I do want to do is I want to give you guys a taste of what is to come. Now, you see this camera, this one that I'm filming on now, it's my little point and shoot camera. A lot of people ask me about it. It's a Canon G7X that I bought just before my trip. And I really like it because it does 60 frames a second, which is hopefully what it's recording in now. It's much smoother and I prefer that. Anyway, I took this camera along with us, and while our professional film crew, who I will introduce to you during the course of these videos, because this is not just one video, I'm going to do about 3 or 4 of these videos. We went and rented really expensive professional film cameras, right? Well, they're not film cameras, but the Canon C300 cameras, and it cost us a lot of money to rent them for the 15 days. So we rented all this equipment. Some of it was stolen during the trip. That's another story, which we will get to during this whole series. Anyway, they bought along these really expensive cameras and all this expensive gear, and they are professional videographers. That's their job, right? And so they filmed, and they had an idea of what they wanted us to do, and basically it was up to Seamilk and I to arrange all these interesting things, and our subscribers sent us a lot of suggestions and all this kind of thing. And we went out and we filmed these really epic, interesting things. There were so many surprises along the way, last minute changes. We had to quickly scramble and send out messages, does anyone know where we can find a Baijiu distillery? And someone's like, well, yeah, just come to my little village. And we went up into this tiny village in the mountains, and it was absolutely amazing. Things like that. So we had these guys following us, which made it quite difficult, to be honest, because when you've got a professional film crew, they're like, oh, can you just do that all again? Or, you know, you have an amazing conversation with a local person in Chinese and they're like, can you get him to say that again? So it was a bit tiresome, and of course usually we just rocket through the distance during the day, but we had to stop and retake for like passing zooms, or like they had to set up cameras and we had to go back down the road and come back up, you know, that kind of thing. The end result though is going to be spectacular. Absolutely. I saw some of the raw footage and those cameras are, you know, it's kind of like watching a Hollywood movie or something. It's that level of quality. So I reckon it'll be about 6 months or so, although the lead producer guy kind of says that by Christmas the first pilot episode should be out. Oh, well, we'll see. I'll hold my thumbs, and I'll keep you guys up to date, obviously, through all of my different social medias, Facebook and here and all that stuff. Okay, but basically what I was trying to get to is, during this entire process I had this little camera with me and I was just shooting small little vlogs during the day. Now I've already posted all these little vlogs onto the Churchill channel, but I know a lot of my subscribers here, they couldn't be asked to go to a different channel and subscribe or check it out. So what I'm going to do is I'm basically going to remix those a little bit. I'm going to add some extra footage that didn't make it into the Churchill videos, and I'm going to put them here. So for this first video, I know this has been a long-winded introduction, but for this video I'm going to be covering Guangdong and Hunan, which are the first two provinces we went through on our trip. So sit back, relax, and I'm going to right away switch over to the videos. Watch them, comment, ask questions. Like, seriously, if you guys want to know anything, please put comments down there, because I'll be releasing these videos over the next couple of days. And each time I release one, I'll be addressing some of the comments and questions that I see down there. And of course, next week, the final one I'll be doing with Sea Milk and also the driver that came along on the trip, Crazy Eddie, also known as Chan the Man, also known as Puke Skywalker. There's a story there. And that will be discussing all the mishaps that happened, you know, on the last day. So I'll be leaving the last one for next week with these guys. Okay, so without any further ado, let's skip over to Guangdong and Hunan. So we're in a BMW and we are currently, where are we going, guys?
Getting some hot pot made of what? Cat hot pot. I thought it was just soup.
So guys, guess what we're eating? Cat, snake, and chicken.
I have a pink backpack.
See you soon.
We're almost in Shaoguan.
And here's a temple for cavemen, literally built into a cave. We're just outside Shaoguan and
We're at a temple where there's a monk who never rots.
I'm glad you like him. That's nice. Right guys, so we finally made it to our hotel here in Shaoguan, but
Here's our hotel in Shaoguan.
wow, what a view. Good morning guys.
How's it going?
What you're seeing guys are wild chilies. Sea Milk and I are just eating raw wild chilies.
That was the hottest thing I've ever eaten in my life.
Look, I mean, he likes to exaggerate, but this time he is not.
Why are you doing? Crossing the chili?
Yes.
Cheers.
Alright, cheers.
Come back.
You're not finishing that.
He's got the hiccups.
Oh no,
No, you gotta keep filming because it's worse.
Yeah, I know.
Alright. I'm good.
Yeah, you're good.
He's shit at eating out spicy food.
So we made it to the mountain.
What do you think it looks like?
Look at Mark on the side of the road, turning tricks. Hey, sea milk.
Yeah.
What do you think of this little thing?
That's an Asian giant hornet, and I am not getting anywhere near that. Sorry.
Okay. So we're leaving Ruyan into the unknown. What you doing?
It's so warm.
Just hold on it.
How do you feel about this tar, Mark?
Okay, so what are we gonna say?
It's tarted, it smells
horrible.
it smells
Wait,
terrific.
can you guys drop down again?
Yeah, of course we can.
It smells terrific, doesn't it?
Terrific.
Okay.
Can I use my Daenerys Targaryen joke again?
You go wide, I'll get up.
Oh, maybe I'll be done here.
So we're about to leave Guangdong and
Check this out.
that was Guangdong. Where's Hunan, you may ask? Sorry guys, I realized while editing this morning, I'm on my sort of 4th or 5th cup of coffee here, I realized that there was just too much content and I don't want these episodes to be too long-winded and boring, so I'll be putting Hunan in the next episode. I'm sure you guys have questions about what we're eating and drinking and all that nonsense. Please ask below and I will address them in the beginning of the next video. Please remember that what you're seeing here are just my amateur behind-the-scenes nonsense videos that I took myself. The end result, the end product that's finally going to be a TV show is going to be just completely mind-blowing. I'm so looking forward to seeing what it looks like. Right guys, so I'm going to go to Hong Kong tomorrow, so because I'm going to Hong Kong, I'm going to make a video about the differences between living in mainland China and Hong Kong. So you can look forward to that video, hopefully be up by tomorrow night. Realistically the day after, because every time I go to Hong Kong I usually, you know, get a bit hammered on the wonderful beer they have over there. Anyway, and another one of these behind the scenes videos will be coming out in a day or two as well, the next one. I can't wait to show all you guys all the interesting things we got up to, so stick around and until next time guys, as always, stay awesome and please, questions and comments, I'll get back to you. Cheers.